Choosing a life partner is one of the most consequential decisions you'll ever make. It's crucial to recognize that certain foundational traits in a person are unlikely to change after a commitment, and aligning yourself with them can make disentangling your life profoundly difficult. What I'll outline today are 5 archetypes that, in my view, represent a significant risk for a lifelong partnership. If you recognize even one of these patterns in your current relationship, I urge you to listen carefully. But before we begin, if you find this perspective valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that aims to empower your decision-making. Now, let's get into it. The first archetype, the perpetual project. This is the person who seems to be a work in progress in every aspect of their life, emotionally, financially, or personally. They may lack direction, self-awareness, or basic accountability, but they evoke a powerful desire in you to help or fix them. Here's the hard truth: a marriage is not a rehabilitation center. Entering a union hoping to change someone is a blueprint for frustration. You risk becoming a caretaker, not a partner, dragging the weight of their unmet potential while your own growth stalls. A partnership requires 2 whole, functioning adults. If someone isn't actively and successfully managing their own life before the commitment, it's unrealistic to expect they will afterward. What's your take on this? Have you ever felt like a therapist in a relationship? Let me know in the comments below. The second archetype, the emotional combustible. This isn't about passion or occasional disagreements, this is about a person with minimal emotional regulation, who reacts to minor frustrations with explosive anger, harsh words, or punishing silence. Living with them feels like navigating a minefield. You modify your behavior to avoid detonations. The exhausting cycle of outburst and apology rarely leads to lasting change. A lifelong partner should be someone who de-escalates conflict and solves problems, not someone who consistently becomes the primary problem you need to solve. If peace feels like a rare luxury during the relationship, it will likely become an extinct concept after. The third archetype, the chronic victim. This individual has a fixed narrative where they are never at fault. Every past relationship was with a crazy ex, every professional setback is due to a jealous colleague, and every argument with you is somehow a result of your misunderstanding. They avoid accountability as if it were toxic. Building a future with someone who cannot sincerely say, "I was wrong, and I will improve," is impossible. You will gradually shrink, constantly apologizing for imagined offenses, and shouldering blame that isn't yours. A marriage without mutual accountability isn't a partnership, it's a slow drain on your sense of reality. If this resonates, tap the like button. It lets me know this is an important topic for our community. The fourth archetype, the passive dreamer. There's a vast difference between a visionary and someone who only fantasizes. This person talks endlessly about grand plans, the business they'll start, the career shift they'll make, but exhibits zero consistent discipline to build any of it. They live in a world of someday and next year. Marriage is a practical, daily journey. If you are action-oriented, being tied to someone allergic to effort means you will eventually carry the entire mental, financial, and logistical load alone. You need a co-pilot who is willing to drive, not just a passenger who comments on the scenery. Don't forget to share this with a friend who might need to hear it. Sometimes an outside perspective can clarify what we're too close to see. The fifth archetype, the subtle controller. This one often goes unseen until you're in deep. It begins disguised as extreme care or devotion, comments about your clothing, subtle discouragement from seeing friends, questioning your independent plans, all framed as, "because I love you." Over time, this erodes your autonomy, your confidence, and your connections. What starts as concern morphs into control. A partner should cherish your independence, not seek to manage it. If you feel your world getting smaller during the relationship, marriage will often tighten, not loosen, those restraints. To wrap this up, a lifelong commitment amplifies the patterns that already exist. It doesn't create new, better ones. The key questions to ask are, does this person bring more peace or more chaos to my life? Do they inspire me or drain me? Do they respect my autonomy? Do they own their actions? You don't marry potential, you marry a person's established patterns. Choose someone whose patterns you can live with forever. Protect your future peace. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these archetypes do you think is the most damaging to a long-term partnership? Let's start a conversation in the comments. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more straightforward talks on navigating life's biggest choices. Thanks for watching.